Okay, welcome to the Tech Startup Legal Guide. So who is this playlist for? It's not necessarily limited to tech companies. If you are building a startup that is a scalable, rapid growth type of company where you're hoping to raise investment money, angel investors, venture capital money, and hoping to build $1 billion business that will go public someday, then this is for you when you're starting out. If you are building a more traditional small business like a brick and mortar store, or you're taking your side hustle and making it a full-time type of deal, or some sort of like personal services company type of thing, then you might want to check out our 16-step small business startup legal checklist. That's another playlist we have, and it's probably going to be more relevant to you. But if you're starting a high growth startup, particularly a tech startup, this playlist is for you. By the way, if that's you, you should still also check out the 16-step legal checklist for small business startups. It'll have a lot of relevant content for you that I might not necessarily restate here, but there are some different considerations, some distinct needs for you. There are times when the conventional wisdom for traditional small businesses doesn't apply to you, and vice versa. So how is a startup different from a traditional small business? There's no one hard and fast definition of startup, but particularly in recent years, it has come to mean high growth. A high growth, rapidly scaling new business. That's considered a startup. So that means investment money. And when you are bringing on investors, that completely changes the ball game for your legal needs. What you need to know, how you need to set up your entity, where you're going to register, the terms you need to know, the types of contracts that you need to familiarize yourself with. All of those things are different when you bring on investors. So that's what really changes the game for tech startups and rapidly scaling startups, is the investor aspect. Totally changes. It's not just like, oh, we'll cross that bridge once we start getting some interest from investors. Really, from the beginning, if that's your plan, you want to set yourself up differently. This playlist is going to talk about common misconceptions, common questions, and common pitfalls that startup founders often face with respect to their co-founders, their employees, their customers, their investors. Thinking about everyone and every step of your journey, we're going to try to address some of the hot topics for you. I'm not going to number this playlist like I did for the legal checklist for startups. We did one for nonprofits that was a 15-step deal. I'm not numbering this. Why? Because we might think of more stuff later. So if you have a topic that you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comments. I can't give legal advice in the comments. Every situation is different. Every jurisdiction is different. I'm not practicing law on this channel. These videos are just for educational, informational purposes, and of course, most importantly, for your amusement. But if there is a topic you'd like to see a video about, please, by all means, ask in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you on that topic. Starting a startup is exciting, but it can be overwhelming. There are so many unknowns. So I'm hoping this playlist will help demystify some things for you, make you feel a little more confident in your journey. So congratulations on your startup. You're starting down an exciting road. I'm happy to be there with you, and I'll see you in the next video.